In this video, I want to give you free hacks so that you can take back your power so fast it feels unreal. You hear it, don't you? The old words. The words they told you when you were younger. Maybe it was a parent, maybe it was your mom, maybe it was a teacher, or maybe it was an ex who made you question yourself and your worth. And you see, you're not walking around thinking about what you heard when you were younger, and you don't think about it each and every day, right? But those words, they didn't leave you. They live in you. And every time you hesitate, every time you hold back, every time you second guess yourself, questioning, can I ask that? Am I too much? It's not because you're not capable. It's because those words, those past words, are still running your show. But today, stop that. Stop that. And I want to help you to teach you how you can take back your power, how you can take back your power. And you can do that really, really quick if you show up in this video with a beginner's mindset. Listen as though the words I share with you, the free hacks I'm going to give you, you heard them for the last time, or the first time. And do it, because that's only when you experience transformation. If you listen and do nothing, you won't move your needle. That's the difference between information and transformation. Transformation happens when you put in the reps. I want to help you take your life and career to the next level. I want to help you reclaim your power, because you are enough. The only thing that is between where you are and where you want to go next is that you get to believe in yourself and shed all the words that don't work for you. All right? So stay with me. We're going deep, and I can't wait. Those words, whether we want to believe them, whether we want to admit, right? We have all heard words. We've all been told by our parents that's something that really hurt us, right? Those are wounds. And if you haven't healed your wounds, it's time to heal those. It's time to let those past stories dictate your identity, shape your identity. Whether you subconsciously know it or not, those words, that lack of love, that rejection, to some extent still runs your show. Be an overachiever, look in your childhood. Lacking love, running for the wrong love, go back in your childhood. Playing small, have a look at your childhood. What happened? But those words, the good news is, those words, those stories, you can decide no longer them to have so much power over you, to say no power over you. If I can heal, if my clients can heal, so can you. And it's a smart choice to heal, because it will impact how you show up in your leadership, how you lead, and also in your personal life, how you show up as a mom, as a spouse, as a dad, right? As a friend, as a sister, as a daughter, as a son. It will. But you only have one life, and I want to help you really reclaim that power and take your life to the next level. Now I'm really going a bit out of script but this is so deep and it's so transformative. So step one is change the words that you tell yourself. Only what you tell yourself. That is really what matters. That's why you're here. I talk about it, and other mentors, coaches talk about that. It's the inner game first. And you may say, how can I know it's the inner game? Well, what energy do you vibrate on? That is the inner game. Whether you have elevated your emotional competence right now, your emotional muscle, I talked about that yesterday, that is energy. So start telling yourself stories that make you happy, all right? And shed any story that no longer serve where you want to go. That's step one. And you can apply this step in whatever scenario, whatever situation you're in, whether you're in the room with a C-suite, your C-suite peers, or a C-suite, that's C-suite, right? Or CEO, maybe you're in the room, whether you are the CEO, and you're in the room with the board of directors or your board members of the board. What story do you tell yourself? I hear this way too often, that people give away power. They subconsciously give away power to people with higher ranks. That is not your fault. It's how society has been built, with giving away power, like respecting authority. Respecting authority is good, but they also have to be, it's good to have healthy boundaries, and then see people as peers, as colleagues, and not authority. That will shift your game. So we're getting into hack number 2, and that's about really protecting your energy. Stop giving away your energy. So often, people say yes when they want to say no. So often, and I talked about it last week as well, people are top level leaders, high achieving leaders. Well, some of you are fixers. Some of you have you want to show up. I understand why you want to show up. You want to deliver the best. And what happens is that you take back task that was not delivered on time, that was not delivered on quality, and you do the work that other people should do. And I got so much feedback last week when I said, who's doing your job? It's time to protect your energy. It's time to learn to set healthy boundaries. That is how you can take back your time. That is how you can take back power. That is how you will take your career, your success, your life to the next level. It's really about setting healthy boundaries and protect your energy and be super intentional with what you focus on. So if it doesn't serve you, taking back that time, say no. Don't feel obliged to say it, right? If you take back, and I see a pattern, and I picked up a pattern over the last couple of years of high achieving people, CEOs, C-suite people, right? Because you want to deliver, and then you do the job not just for you, but for your whole team. Does that serve you? No, it doesn't, because you also have a life. What about your spouse? What about your family? What about your kids? What about, right? What about you? It's time to set healthy boundaries. Obviously, it's a choice. And you say, I can't do that. You can. You have to decide that you want to do it. And it can be easy to set those healthy boundaries. I do not say it feels uncomfortable. I don't say it's not going to feel uncomfortable, because you're going to do something new, but it's not hard. But what happens when you give away power is that oftentimes you shrink without you knowing. You give away power and you sabotage your own success, whether it's in the boardroom, whether it's with your CEO, whether it's with your peers, whether it's with your team members, right? Where do you subconsciously sabotage your success? Be aware of that and set healthy boundaries. Cut it off. Be authentic. Be that fearless leader. A lot of leaders, I don't know about you, but it may be you, struggling to set healthy boundaries, struggling to really speak power to truth with authenticity, with love, and call it out with love, right? But we haven't learned that in school. You haven't learned to show up that way. But we do that in my communities, and we're also running a private roundtable coming up in 2 weeks where we talk about this, because you can actually learn to say no with grace, calling out people with grace. And as I talked about last week as well, is that how do you get people to actually deliver on and before time? Is as little as knowing what words to use. That will shift your game and like everything in that game. I heard success stories like flowing in my inbox when people go from expectations to agreement. Step 3, it's all about speaking with certainty. It's all about speaking power to truth. A client recently said, well, actually, I got this job because I was the best candidate. And the C-suite leaders, they do not know everything. That really hit the head on the nail. The thing is, you forget that now. My spot is responding. You forget that in the moment, when it's really a heated and high-stake conversation. You play small, then you may say, all right, let's try that. When someone plays with power, all right, I give away power. You may be right. Or that sounds an idea. Maybe I have this idea. You get to speak power to truth. Tell them what they need to hear. Don't tell them what they want to hear. Tell them what they need to hear, and tell them with love and authenticity. Because you have that role to set other people up for success and that company up for success. You are not in your professional role to have more friends. I'm sorry to say, so many people get it the wrong way and do not understand why they're not promoted or why they get dismissed, right? Show up and serve. It is so easy. And then have friends outside. But really remember that you are in that professional room because you're the best candidate. So tell them what they need to hear. Tell them what they need to hear, right? Not maybe we can do that, not like with a soft voice, and then suddenly 2 minutes later, your C-suite peer say the exact same thing, but with more confidence and without you knowing, you say, why didn't they listen to me? Because you didn't own it. Own your message. And then just tell them what they need to know. Tell them what they need to know. And then if they don't follow your plan, they don't follow the plan. But don't take that personally. Show up and serve, right? That is so powerful. If you do these 3 tricks, it's not secrets, right? Everybody should know them by now. But if you do these 3 hacks, you will be able to claim back power, claim back time, take your success, and achieve more and greater results faster. Really feels unreal. I have success stories over the last couple of days because I revealed one of the secrets from about agreement versus expectations, and stories flowed in. So just go do that. And I want to share a story about Oprah Winfrey. You know her, a global star, brilliant leader, and an inspirator, and a mentor for many people. Oprah struggled with owning her worth too, not really knowing who she was, right? She was running around. She said yes to everything, trying to prove her worth. She bended herself to fit to other people's expectations. Can you relate to that? I help so many men and women taking back power, which is this video is all about, a live stream. And then until one day, her mentor, Maya, and I can't remember her last name, said, you are enough. And Oprah said, well, what do you mean? What do you mean by I am enough? Well, you don't need another person. You don't need another place. You don't need another thing to make you whole. You are already whole. God already did that. Your job is to know it. Your job is to know it. Whether you believe in God or not, that's up to you. That's not really the point here. But the only person who can make you happy is you. If you come from lack, if you come from feeling less than, if you not come from feeling incomplete or incomplete, you're not whole. Make time to close whatever needs to be closed inside you. And you will show up in a very different way. You will vibrate on a very different energy. And you will believe in yourself. You will own your wisdom. That I know to be true. And I said to my clients, and I said in my events I'm in different rooms, if I can do this transformation, so can you. It's not something that we learn in-house. It's not something that we learn in school, in business schools. It's not something that we learn. I just saw that one of my mentors, Miriam Golden, is going to Harvard. That's the reason why such an amazing entrepreneur goes to Harvard, because they don't teach what really successful leaders know all about. Maybe you follow Dr. Joe Dispenza and really do his work. I'm celebrating you. Maybe you know about Neville Goddard. Celebrate you and really owning who you are. I'm whole. So the message here is be yourself. Be whole. Be that fearless leader. Be that fearless you. Allow yourself to be you. So many people do not allow themselves to be themselves. And that is really draining, right? Because then you do not, as Oprah, you do not show up as you. You show up to please other people, a pleaser, an overgiver, right? You're broken, but we don't want to do that. And we can. And that's the great news. We can close the gap. And for Oprah, when in that moment she started to believe in herself, that she was whole, she was enough. You are enough. Everything shifted for her. And everything shifted for my clients. And we still continue to shift, because that's the rooms I create, is that we level up. And then there's new imposter syndromes, right? Because they've got layers and layers. But it's more liberating. There's more freedom. And you create and achieve greater results. So if you're done leaking power, if you're done giving away power, done giving away energy, then give me a heart. Let me know that this message resonates with you. And if you're ready to reclaim your power, if you're ready to take back your power for good, then here's my invitation. Join our private roundtable that's coming up in a couple of weeks. 2 weeks to be exact. And there's no marketing. I'm reaching out because I want people in who want to participate. I want people in who want to participate in taking their career and their life to the next level. So if you're a decision maker, if you want to take your life to the next level, really make it easy for you to be that amazing leader, extraordinary leader who delivers extraordinary results, who no longer play small, who no longer scream when you're in a room with a dominant person. You want to know about how you can shift your game, then join us. It would be an absolutely amazing opportunity for you to learn some new tools and meet some amazing women who are also on that same journey as you, to take their life to the next level. So remember, with these free hacks, that's where you're going to go. Start there, lean in, Remember, transformation happens outside this room. If you don't do nothing, if you do nothing, it just stays information. At the end of the day, it is your choice. But at least you have a few tools to play with. I love you. I see you. You know who you are. I see you. What amazing journeys you have and what you're embarked on. And I look forward to connecting with you soon.